Hi guys, welcome back to PBTV. We've got them back in stock, so we thought we'd get the SSR90 back out, have another deep dive into it, but the first thing that we didn't get a chance last time is take it on the outdoor range and see what this thing is capable of with some BBs and a battery in it. So let's go have a shoot with it first before we come back and get inside it. See you in a minute. Hi guys, welcome to the outdoor range. Obviously we have talked about the SSR90 before, as we've said, but the last time we did a video on it, we never got to shoot it. So we've brought it out to the range and we're going to take a couple of single shots, flick to full auto and see what this thing is like with a couple of mag dumps. So semi-auto. Going for the far target. But what this thing's built for, so you can see, even with 2.8 BBs and only a 7.4 battery in this thing, it is performing exceptionally well. So let's go back to the table, sit down and have another little deep dive into what is inside this beast. So as you can see there guys, this thing, even on that 7.4, really good rate of fire. I think it's about 17 rounds a second, running some 2.8s through it. The hot was obviously preset and we had it all sort of ready to go. But for a really small sort of compact platform, not quite a short barrel. Some people think this is a short barrel, but it's not. It is a bulb-up system, so you do have a decent sized barrel in here, but it is performing astronomically for probably one of the tiniest subcompacts you can get when it comes to sort of body projection and how far this is going to stick out. Incredible CQB platform, incredible PCC platform, but it will still absolutely hold up outside with them results on the range. So we will start at the front and work our way backwards and have a little chat about all the features of the SSR90. And some options that are going to be available very, very soon. So on the front, you do see that there is a sort of standard flash hider on there. Removing that, you do get the 14mm counterclockwise thread. Loads of accessories, as you can expect, that can go on there. The barrel doesn't extrude, so you can put tracer units on it, suppressors, all them good things on the front. I know a lot of people are enjoying putting that griffin on there, the little triangular shaped tracer unit, makes it look really neat and tidy on the front. There are some accessories on the front that are going to allow you to add rail sections and put PEC boxes on the front that aren't going to intrude with sight picture and everything, but they are coming at a later date. Coming back, we do have the CNC'd aluminium upper rail. This is removable, but out the box, this is where you're going to be mounting your optics like a T1 or a little micro red dot. Your other option, if you want to remove this, there's little screws in there and various different bits that you take off. And where the bottom of the M-LOK sections are here, you can then add an aftermarket rail section there and have an even more low profile SMG rather than having to have your head up here. Really great if you're wearing blower face, masks, all that kind of stuff. But if you want to get real good cheek well on this and get a really low sight picture and decrease that bore access, especially in CQB, there is a rail section that can go about here and make it really low profile, removing all this metal work and just have a nice clean single dot and just run around to your heart's content. We do have charging handles on the right hand side. They don't do anything, they don't open any doors or anything. There's no shell door on the side wrist like M4s. It is purely for show. Coming down to some of the controls, it is extremely ambidextrous is this. It's almost a symmetrical platform. So you can see where the trigger is here. There's a little disc that spins underneath it, and it's all the way clicked in the left direction is on safe, in the center is semi, and all the way to the far side is auto. The SSR90 does act like an AUG trigger, so all semi-auto does was lock out the second half of the trigger pull. So when you do go to auto, you can still almost feather the trigger and get a semi, but pulling it all the way back gives you full auto. So it is an AUG trigger in full auto. With the MOSFET, if you want to be uber safe and just 100% safe when it comes to CQB, you can turn that off and just have a set semi-auto system. And again, with the MOSFET, with the trigger systems and the QR code at the back that guides you all the way through it, you can put binary trigger on it, all the different controls that you'd expect from a MOSFET platform. Looking at the magazine, the mag release is, again, ambidextrous. There's two of these little clips here. Pulling that back does have a little pop-up to help you get it out. revealing the polymer style magazine. It is compatible with obviously the magazines that you can get from Novritsch, and it is also compatible and recommended from them that you can run Cymer or Cybergun magazines as well. So if you've already got some of their mags, they work, but we do have the transparent visual magazines. So when this is on, you can easily see how many rounds you have left. If we do take the mag out, you can see, if we look closely here, if there is a button, pressing that reveals the releases the upper receiver, allowing you to do barrel cleaning, anything like that. So pressing that, the whole top end will come off, bring the barrel out with it, bring the hop out with it, so you can do any maintenance that you need to do. Clicking the magazine back in. If we flip it slightly over, and looking just here, you can see the word hop and an arrow, but if you pull that back, that is where the hop unit is adjusted from. The arrow is how you increase hop, so pushing the arrow in that, pushing the hop in that direction will rotate it. It is a CNC and a TDC style hop system, so again, that's why we're getting some really, really good results out there on the range. Just even with that sort of bulb up system, you've still got a 275mm inner barrel in this, so it's not short, but combined with that TDC, you're getting really good hop effect. Even on them 2.8s, they were flying very straight and true, even with that sort of rate of fire, multiple BBs down the barrel, not really affecting it in any way, and it was very, very effective. As you can see, the monolithic single piece lower receiver, obviously upper and lower, includes the stock and all the parts, and the very unique P90 look is polymer in nature. It's a two-piece all bolted together, and we do have sling points, one at the back here and one on the left hand side for QD points, and just at the bottom you may see a little slit just here. This is where you can fit the classic sort of strap P90 sling system that goes all the way around through there, clicks around the back, and you can have a sling that way. The main reason I think they've done the QD is because if you do have that sling system on the back, you will have to take it off to get to your battery. So the battery compartment, simply clicking down here and rotating this off, you do find the Dean's connector, and again, as we've mentioned, there is a QR code there that you can scan with your phone that shows you all the ways how to do your MOSFET, how to do all the functionality with it, how to change all the settings and get it all in there. Just banging the stock back on. That looks a lot easier than it does take sometimes, but once it's on, it is very secure, and it is a nice little textured pad at the back to keep this in your shoulder. So this thing out the box is doing about 320 FPS on a 2, so very clean, very nice for that CQB sort of almost one joule environment that some places are getting rare nowadays, but it's just something to be aware of, that there are some lower FPS fields, especially CQB sites. The functionality of this allows it to be exceptional in them arenas as well, meaning that you can get that true semi-auto and you're not going to risk any full auto. You do have a full auto, a semi-auto setting on your trigger, but if it does slip, there's very little, and you can turn off the system completely. So we are very, very impressed with this. I've enjoyed having it on the range. I think it is massively versatile and a little bit unique, even compared to the other sort of P90 variants out there with the removable upper receiver. You can put a rail system on here. There are new accessories coming out that puts a rail system over the top of the flash hider. So if you have got a device on the front, you can put something on there. So if you are wanting to run cams, PEC boxes, anything like that, you can put them on the front and they don't interfere with your optic. Even if you took this off and put your optic here, it would sit below and it pinches round, and it's almost a similar look to this. With the M-LOK on here, you've got M-LOK on the right, left, and at slight angles. So again, if you have got torch systems and anything you want to drop down and protrude out with angled systems, it is very easy to do so. The only other thing we'll cover with this is, obviously, as we said, we got about 17 rounds a second with this when we were testing it. With the 1 joule version, that is the UK spec one, and the ones that we have in stock here, it is recommended for 7.4 LiPo only. Do not use 11.1s in this. Purely, we don't want pre-engagement and we don't want damage to any systems inside it. Again, 17 rounds a second is more than enough. It's perfectly fine, and you're going to definitely enjoy it. With the pre-cocking and that kind of setup inside, the trigger response is incredible. It does have that nice flat trigger that makes it nice and easy to control as well. Bounce it on that semi-auto. You can get them follow-up shots really nice and clean. But yeah, we thought we'd grab the SSR90 out again just so we could show it actually shooting this time and a quick deep dive into what's inside it as well. It's a super compact platform, under 2 kilos, I think it's about 50, almost bang on 50 centimeters. So it's probably the smallest, most compact bullpup SMG PCC systems that you can get. So if it is your vibe, this is probably the one that you need to be looking at now that we've got it back in. It has all the bells and whistles. It has everything it needs to perform indoors, outdoors, absolutely everywhere you want to go. Compatibility and customization absolutely everywhere on it as well, so you can make this thing even more unique than a P90 already is. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Again, we really appreciate people joining us. If you've got any questions or you want to chat about the P90, drop a comment down below and we'll get back to you as quick as we can. But if that is everything for today, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in a bit. Bye.